Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're back today with a very special birthday episode of Chimera Miniatures' official YouTube channel. That's right, it is I, Mr. Sean's 35th birthday. I wanted to do something special for this episode, so today we're going to r/askreddit, and the topic is, what's your favorite NSFW joke? While my content is not always what I would consider wholesome or family-friendly, today it certainly is not, so if you have children listening nearby, please put your headphones on. It is going to get a little raunchy today. As I said at the time of this recording, it is my birthday, and if you would like to get me a super awesome birthday present, you can do so by commenting, subscribing, sharing this video around, or maybe checking out the links and buying a miniature. If you're new to the channel, this whole channel is one giant free advertisement for Chimera Miniatures, where I make custom miniatures, not safe for work miniatures, and commissions. So whatever you're after, I can make you something real nice. And without further ado, let's tell some dirty jokes. An army general is newly stationed in a desert post. On his first day, he calls for a soldier to show him around. While doing this, he notices a camel randomly tied to a tent. He asks the soldier, "Soldier, why is that camel tied to the tent?" The soldier looks awkward and answers, well, sir, as you know, there are no women on base, so the camel is there for when the men get certain, urges." The general nods in understanding and says, "Well, I don't condone this behavior, but I suppose I understand." A few weeks into the post, the general starts feeling these urges himself. He calls for the soldier to bring the camel to his tent. He then goes outside, gets a stool, and has wild animal sex with the camel. After he's finished, he climbs confidently off of the stool and sees the soldier staring at him wide-eyed. "So," the general says with a grin, "is that how you boys do it here?" The soldier answers, still wide-eyed, "No, sir, we usually just ride the camel into the nearby town where the women are." A man sits in his doctor's office waiting for some test results. The doctor enters. "So, Doc, what's the prognosis?" "Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to stop masturbating." "Oh no, why?" "Because we need to discuss your test results." What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean? I've never paid to have a garbanzo bean on my face. What's the difference between a hormone and an enzyme? You can't hear an enzyme. A woman walks into a hardware store to buy a hinge. Salesman asks, "You want a screw for the hinge?" Woman says, "No, but I'll blow you for the toaster." Two old ladies are sitting on a park bench when a man comes over, opens up his coat, and flashes them. One lady had a stroke. The other couldn't reach. A pair of nuns were riding their bikes back from the market and turned down a cobblestone street. The younger nun says, "I've never come this way before." The older nun says, "It's the cobblestones." I was with a blind prostitute once. She told me I was the biggest she ever had. I told her, "You're just pulling my leg." The priest is absolutely fed up with taking confession. He sees the janitor and asks him to sit in. Janitor doesn't know what to do. The priest tells him it's easy. If someone did something a bit bad, tell them to say a Hail Mary. And if they did something really bad, tell them 5 Hail Marys. Janitor takes a seat and a young woman enters the confessional. "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned." "What did you do?" "I kissed a man." "Say a Hail Mary." "That's not all. I touched his penis." "Say 5 Hail Marys." "But that's not all. I gave him a blowjob." Well, the janitor is out of ideas because he's already given the maximum number of Hail Marys authorized by the priest. He tells her to wait and opens the door to find the priest, but instead sees a passing altar boy. "Excuse me, son, what does the priest give for a blowjob?" "Oh, I don't know. Candy bar? Bag of chips?" Two priests are driving down a highway when they are pulled over by a cop. Upon seeing them, he apologizes and says, "I pulled you over because we are looking for 2 child molesters." One priest turns to the other, and they have a whispered conversation. He then turns back to the cop and says, "All right, we'll do it." This next joke is translated from Russian, but I still think it's pretty funny. The captain, while sitting in the captain's bridge, sees an incoming torpedo on a radar. He calls his boatswain and says, "You see, there's a torpedo coming at us. Go distract the crew so there won't be panic." Boatswain says, "Yeah, of course," and heads to the rest of the crew. He comes to them and says, "Boys, want to bet if I can break the ship in half by slamming my dick against it?" The crew laughs and replies, "Yeah, sure, go on." The man unzips his pants, swings, and bam, the submarine is in half. Among the pieces of the submarine, Boatswain holds on to the pieces of the wreck. Then he sees the captain swimming to him. The captain gets closer and says, "Boatswain, you're a fucking idiot. The torpedo missed." A baby seal walks into a bar. Bartender asks, "What do you have?" And the seal replies, "Anything but a Canadian club." What is long green and smells like pork? Kermit's finger. What do you get when you have 2 green marbles in your hand? Kermit's undivided attention. A tribe of cannibals caught a Russian, a German, and an American. They told them that they are going to kill and eat them unless each of them brings 10 of the same fruits as fast as they can. First comes the German. He brought 10 apples with him. Cannibals say, "Now you are going to start shoving them up your ass, and if you show any emotion, we'll kill you." The German was afraid, but tried nonetheless, and started crying after the second one. The tribe killed him. Next comes the Russian. He brought 10 berries with him. Cannibals explain the same rules to him, and the Russian starts shoving berries up his ass. 1, 2, 3, 8. Then he starts laughing. The tribe kills him. In heaven, the Russian and German meet. The German, confused, asks the Russian, "Why did you laugh? You were so close to freedom." The Russian replies, "Oh, it's just that I saw American. He brought 10 watermelons." For Christmas, I bought my gay uncle a pair of pink fuzzy slippers and a dildo. That way, if he doesn't like the slippers, he can go fuck himself. A guy goes to the checkout at the grocery store. He's got a TV dinner, a single banana, and 2 cans of soup. The girl at the checkout says, "Aw, I bet you're single." And the guy says, "Yes, how do you know?" And she says, "'Cause you're ugly as fuck." A female teacher was having a problem with a boy in her 3rd grade class. The boy said, "Madam, I should be in the 4th grade. I am smarter than my sister, and she's in grade 4. The madam had heard enough and took the boy to the principal. The principal decided to test the boy with some questions from grade 4. Principal: "What is 3 plus 3? Boy: "6. Principal: "6 plus 6. Boy: "12. The boy got all the questions right. The principal told the madam to send the boy to grade 4 immediately. The madam decided to ask her own questions, and the principal agreed. Madam: "What does a cow have 4 of that I have only 2? Boy: "Legs. Madam: "What is in your trousers that I don't have? Boy: "Pockets. Madam: "What starts with a C and ends with T, is hairy, oval, delicious, and contains thin, whitish liquid? Boy: "Coconut. Madam: "What goes in hard and then comes out soft and sticky?" The principal's eyes opened really wide, but before he could stop the answer, the boy was taking charge. Boy: "Bubblegum. Madam: "You stick your pole inside me, you tie me down to get me up. I get wet before you do." Boy: "Tent." The principal was looking restless. Madam: "A finger goes in me. You fiddle with me when you are bored. The best man always has me first." Boy: "Wedding ring." Madam: "I come in many sizes. When I'm not well, I drip. When you blow me, you feel good." Boy: "Nose." Madam: "I have a stiff shaft. My tip penetrates. I come with a quiver." Boy: "Arrow." Principal: "Oh my God." Madam: "What starts with F and ends with a K? And if you don't get it, you have to use your hand." Boy: "Fork." Madam: "What is it that all men have? It's longer in some men than others. The Pope doesn't use his, and a man gives it to his wife after marriage." Boy: "Surname." Principal: "Oh." Madam: "What part of a man has no bone but has muscle with lots of veins like pumpkin and is responsible for making love?" Boy: "Heart." Principal: "Yee." The principal breathed a sigh of relief and said to the madam, "Send this bloody boy to university. I myself got all the answers wrong." I, for one, aspire to have the emotional maturity of this child, because I got them all wrong too. Broccoli is a lot like anal sex. If you are forced to have it as a kid, you aren't going to like it as an adult. Religion is like a cock. It's okay to have one. It's okay to be proud of it. But for God's sake, don't go sticking it down my child's throat. What's the difference between jelly and jam? I can't jelly my dick up your ass. What is the difference between an epileptic oyster shucker and a hooker with dysentery? The first shucks between fits, the other fucks between shits. As Mickey and Minnie were before a judge in a divorce court, the judge looked at Mickey and said, "Listen here, Mr. Mouse, I cannot grant you a divorce from Minnie." "But why not, Your Honor?" a stunned Mickey asked. "I have reviewed all the information you submitted to the court, and I can find no evidence to support the allegations that she's crazy," explained the judge. "Your Honor," Mickey exclaimed, "I didn't say she was crazy, I said she was fucking goofy." Alright guys, that's going to be our video for today. Again, a very happy 35th birthday to me, Mr. Sean. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to comment your favorite not safe for work joke in the comments, and maybe we'll do a second one of these and I'll read your joke there. As always, if you click the links and buy a mini, you would be the absolute best and my favorite of all time. If you tell me that you found my minis through this channel, I'll give you a shout out on the next video. But even if you don't, thank you for being here, and I do really hope you enjoyed this video because I had a lot of fun recording it. But until next time, I hope you alpha great day and an even beta tomorrow. Bye-bye.